Right, good morning one and all. Right, let me introduce myself. My name's April. I'm trans, or I'm on the trans journey, let's put it that way. I live in sunny Suffolk. Actually the sun's going in. Just behind me in the clouds now. The clouds are bubbling up. They do say we might get some rain today, so I hope not, because I haven't brought a coat. And we're going to end up miles away from my car. Right, let's carry on where we were. I live in sunny Suffolk. I have done my whole life. I'm currently out with my two boys on an early morning walk. Hang on guys, I'll just pull them back so you can see. Right, there's my little Scotty in the yellow coat, and the Beagle, the one with the white tail, he's beside me. The Beagle, he's 9 years old and his name is Snoop. And the little Scotty, who's eating the grass at the moment, he's 3 years old and he's a real handful. The Beagle's lovely, he's really soft and cuddly. And the Scotty is the opposite. He's very aggressive. On that first meeting, he'll have your hand off. But once he gets to know you, he's lovely. So, let's start this from the beginning. Let me give you a little bit of background on me, because some of my subscribers said they'd like some longer videos, because I do lots of short videos, but some of my subscribers have asked for longer ones, so here we go. Let's start from the beginning for all the new subscribers, so you know where I've come from. Come on in, Soot. Come on, out you come. Good boy. Right. My Sooty is going in the field of wheat. Right. Right. I was born in Newmarket a long time ago. My father was a jockey, riding horses, and my mum was a hairdresser. I have two sisters. One's 2 years older than me, and one's 2 years younger than me, so I'm slap bang in the middle. When I was born, my parents had been living in Sweden. They'd come back to the UK to have me, then went back out to Sweden again with me and my elder sister. We stayed in Sweden for another 2 years, and when my younger sister was born, we came back to the UK again, but we didn't go back out to Sweden. Now, we were in Sweden for my father. My father worked as a jockey, and they have an all year round race course. They race horses all year round in Sweden on proper, a bit like a floodlit track, all weather track if you like. Wrong way guys, we're going this way. This way, come on down. Dogs are going the wrong way. So we lived in Sweden for my dad's work. When we came back to the UK, we came back to Newmarket. We moved into a house in Newmarket, so we stayed in Newmarket. And my father carried on with his horse racing. My mum was a full-time mum by then, because she'd got 3 young children. She couldn't work. So my father, I think he had a couple of poor seasons, because it is a seasonal thing, horse racing in this country, in the UK. The flat season. My father was a flat racer. Whoops. So yeah, I think he had a couple of poor seasons, and so what he did to carry him over between seasons is he took a part-time job, and I think he got to realise that a fixed wage was far better than having this seasonal job where you had to make your money when the season was going, and then that should carry you over. I think he found that it was a lot better to actually get a weekly wage. So he came out of horse racing. I can remember him racing. I can remember my mum taking us to the Newmarket racecourse and us watching him race horses. I can remember that. That was a long time ago. But yes, my father came out of horse racing and he went to work for the electricity board. And he went to he became the manager of the Milden Hall shop, which is just outside Newmarket, about, I don't know, about 7-8 miles away from Newmarket. We moved to a little village about 4 miles away from Milden Hall called Isleham in Cambridgeshire. And we lived there for 6 years. What a wonderful childhood that was. I was like a wild child, running around the village with all the other children, what a fabulous life I had. When I was 11 years old, my father got a promotion to a new shop, and we upped sticks and we moved to Sudbury in Suffolk. And my father became the manager of the shop in Sudbury, where he worked right up to his retirement. The shop where he used to work is now a charity shop. Surprise, surprise. So my mum, she'd been a hairdresser. When we moved to Sudbury, she got a job at a jeweller's, and she worked in a jeweller's shop, and she loved that. She really loved that. So both my parents worked. My mum retired before my dad did. But yes, they're both still with us, both doing okay. My two sisters, my eldest sister, she went into banking and she worked for a bank. And my younger sister, she got into the travel industry and she worked for a travel agent. And they both, well, no, sorry, my eldest sister is now retired as well. And my younger sister is still in the travel industry. I, myself, from leaving school, became a apprentice motor mechanic. And I'm still a mechanic to this day. I stayed in the trade, still on the spanners. I'm still actually in the workshop working on customers' cars. So when you bring your car in for a service or an MOT, I'm the fella who comes out and gets in it and takes it into the workshop. That's me, that's my job. Now, okay, so you've got a bit of a background on my career, on where I came from. I've presently, sorry, let's start that bit again. I started cross-dressing when I was a 13-year-old schoolboy. This way, Soot. Come on, Soot. This is a little bit overgrown, this bit. I don't know if you can see. Very deep grass. My Scotty's just tied my legs up with the lead. Hang on, I've got to step over it. There we go. Right. Okay. Right. Now, let you know how I got to where I am today. When I was 13 years old, I started to cross-dress. And I was lucky I had a sister who was 2 years older than me, and her clothes fitted me a treat. Not that she knew that, but I was cross-dressing from the age of 30, so I was still a schoolboy. When I reached the grand age of 21 years old, I got myself into a gay relationship. And I was in that relationship for 4 years, so from 21 till 25, I was in a gay relationship. Fantastic time in my life. That ended when I was 25, on good terms. In fact, the person I was in the relationship was eventually my best man at my wedding. I met my wife when I was 26, my ex-wife, sorry, when I was 26, and we got married when I was 27. My son was born when I was 28, and my daughter was born when I was 29, and then we bought a house, a family house, when I was 30. So within 4 years of meeting my wife, I was married, 2 children, and a house. Things were looking good. It was all went okay for probably about 10 years, and then the relationship faltered. Now, when it faltered, I wasn't getting the physical love and affection that I desired, and I was looking elsewhere for it, as in cross-dressing. I went back into my cross-dressing big time. It had gone on the back burner when I met the wife, because everything was fantastic. I was living my dream, doing what you're supposed to do. Meet a beautiful woman, settle down, have a family, house. That was the dream at the time. That all went wrong. The physical side of my relationship failed, and I classed the relationship to be a business partnership. Not a loving relationship, but a business partnership. So my cross-dressing took off. And then probably about 10 years, so 25 years ago that was, when it all faltered. Stayed in the marriage. Marriage kept going, but I cross-dressed all the time. probably about 10 years ago, I started to go out as a cross-dresser. And I mean, I was going out in the night time, going down the town, having a walk down the main shopping street, dressed up as April. I got a huge buzz out of it. And my confidence grew. And gradually, I became more and more daring, venturing out during the daytime and going out to places like Duxford, Hendon, Brooklands, something like that. I'd go out for the day. It was fantastic. That's basically led me to where I am now, where my relationship, oh, my dogs are pulling, they've got the scent of something. My relationship failed big time about a year ago. It was decided that the relationship had run its course and that we should separate. So that's what happened. I'm now divorced. I've got my own house. I've got the house and the dogs. My wife didn't want anything to do with the dogs. She said, they're yours. So I've got the dogs and me. We've got our own house. This way, guys, you're going the wrong way. Come on, good boys. So that's where I am. I've got a house all of my own. I'm living now 24/7 as April. As you see me, this is what I am. This is what I do. My goal in my life is to meet somebody and to settle down into another loving relationship, but I will be April. I'm not bothered whether the person I meet is a male or female. As long as it's a loving relationship, that's all that counts, because that's what I've always desired, just to be in a loving relationship. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this one at that at the moment, because I can keep adding to it as we go. I'm going to sign out now. Off you go, guys, and I shall speak to you later. Bye bye.